Good. Share our warpstone, and I will not hit you. Yet. 健闘を祈る。
人類に栄光あれ。人類に栄光あれ。
人類栄光あれ。
Hey everybody, hello everybody, how are we all doing today? Hello everybody, I got a big brush to do some dry brushing today. No, I'm not dry brushing today with a big brush. How is everybody doing? Hello. Spiky, how are you, legend? Have to stream on a Wednesday because Spiky's off work. Have to stream on a Wednesday because Spiky is off work. How are you doing, Spikes? We have a purpley spark. A purples is in chat. We have a Gem. Hello, Gem. Sharato. I need an opening number from Chris. An opening number. Jarvis, start the stream from the Spike. Yes. How is everybody doing? How is everyone doing? Yeah, I found some cool stuff out. About Night Lords. You're off on Wednesdays. This is the day you should stream the most and for the longest. Sadly, it's not going to be for very long today because I do need to finish off a Patreon video, which I need to get up. Yeah, I need to do a Patreon video today, or I want to do a Patreon video today. I don't need to, like, if I don't do a Patreon video, then I don't get any patrons. So I want to do a Patreon video today. But I also want to talk about some Night Lords because I've done a bit of deep diving in preparation for when we start doing some Night Lord stuff after the Raven Guard. And it's rather exciting. There's some rather cool shit. And it's quite nice actually because they're completely the opposite in terms of what they're going to look like on the battlefield compared to... Oh, Spitfire! What a legend!
Chris, can you give me tips on keeping a purple undertone for flesh?
On keeping a purple undertone for flesh? You just don't paint over the purple. So this has got a purple undertone. So we've got purple all over here in the shadows, and as you're painting up, you just very, very carefully leave the purple, and you use very, very thin down paint layers, so that you are kind of building it up nice and slowly. Yeah, this is Bugman's Glow mixed with purple, and then we've got Bugman's Glow here, and then we've got Cadian Flesh Tone here. And then we've got Cadian Flesh Tone with some ice yellow there, basically. So there's 4 colours on that. So this is Nagaroth Night with Bugman's Glow. That's pure Bugman's Glow. That's Cadian Flesh Tone, and that's Cadian Flesh Tone with a bit of ice yellow. Leave the purple. She's sick. As in she's sick. As in she's cool. She's like proper brilliant. I want him to look a little bruised and battered. The other thing that you can do as well is once you've done, because you obviously paint the thing purple to start with, because this is where I used to do Drakari in this way. So you paint it, you paint the Bugman's Glow over a purple, and you highlight it up with a little bit of ice yellow in there, so that you don't desaturate the pink too much. And then once it's all done, apart from the final highlight, you get another. Thin down some purple and put a glaze over the whole thing, and it just gives a tone of purple over the whole thing, and then you just put the final highlight on to pull it all back together. Yeah. After you sell your Ultramarines, my next Ultramarines army, they're going to be purple with a blue Zenithal. Nice. Yeah, I'm still deciding how to do the Night Lords, because the Night Lords, we had this discussion on stream a while ago about how I was going to do the Night Lords. Now, the Night Lords want to be really battered, so I want to put lots of chipping and weathering on them, and then of course they're also going to have the freehand lightning on them, so I don't think I want the same, because the Raven Guard have the texture from just the armour, so you have all this texture from the armour kind of coming through, whereas the Night Lords, I want the texture on the armour to be weathering and chipping and then the lightning. So I think
for the night assholes, I have an option: the wood chipper.
So sadly, Olivia, you can't use a wood chipper. You can't use a wood chipper for these because, well, particularly for this one as well, you would need 2 different chippers for this one, because it is a. If I just get my little pointy stick out, let's use the Custodes pointy stick for this. because it is of great importance at this point. So you can't use a wood chipper for this because we have plastic here, so you'd need a plastic chipper for that bit, and then you'd need a resin chipper for this bit. So a wood chipper they would just laugh at. They'd just be like, ha ha, I'm not made of wood. So yeah, it would just fail. So sadly, Olivia, that's just a complete fail, a complete flop. You would need a plastic chipper and a resin chipper, and then you'd have to probably snap off all the resin bits so that you could chip everything properly. What is that? This is a Night Lord, or it's going to be a Night Lord Raptor with a chain glaive. So yeah, awesome, properly cool. This is properly cool. A blender then.
It blends everything.
A blender then, it blends everything. Spitfire. Oh, Spitfire. You don't know what the pointer is. So that's a dead giveaway, Spitfire, that you haven't been watching my videos. Guess. Because I have been making many pointers for my videos so that I can point out things, and it's been very funny. I found it very funny. It doesn't really matter what the community and what the audience think. I find it very funny. So yes, I have pointers for when I'm pointing things out on my video, obviously. I love how you sacrifice your old brushes. I mean, I've got a fucking lot of old brushes. I have a lot of I have a lot of old brushes. I don't think none of the brushes get thrown away. Like this one will get turned into one at some point. This one is clinging on by the last bristle. So this will probably be the next pointer. Cut that off there and make another pointer. I want to make a power fist pointer. So I will grab a power fist at some point, and then we can make a power fist pointer. So that will be the fourth pointer that I can then kind of use. But yes, make sure you drop me a follow. !YouTube, drop me a follow on YouTube, and then also !Patreon, drop me a follow. Drop me a follow on Patreon for free, and then you can also sign up to one of the tiers if you want to watch some of the videos. But !Patreon, drop me a follow on Patreon as well, and then you'll see all these amazing funny things that I am very, very humorous about. I am very, very funny. I must admit to being very, very funny. Right, here we go. So I don't know whether Avian is going to pop in here today, but there is some very cool. Where are we? There is some very cool Night Lord stuff, which I think I've looked into. I think I've quite well looked into Night Lords and Raven Guard, because they do feel very, very synergized.
Not to rain on your parade, funny boy, but where is my fucking music?
There's no Emperor. We need a minute's silence. We need a minute's silence because we have no Tari 2 today. So we do need a minute's silence for Tari 2. Yeah, so a little bit of a sad no Tari 2 in stream today. She's very, very busy, but yes, we can probably. Oh, have you got them, Spike? Oh, I haven't signed up yet. I need to sign up. 17 gig. Did you get all of them, or did you just get like the supported ones? Because I tend to only.
I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
17 gig, dude. Oh my word. Oh my word. It's pretty good. Supported and unsupported. Nice. So that's one of the good things. That's one of the good things about getting it on My Mini Factory as well, because if you get it on My Mini Factory, it then stays in your library, so you don't have to download it straight away. A lot of the Patreon stuff is a bit. I have to download it, otherwise I can't get it, which I don't particularly like. And I also want to get, there is also, check this out, I also need to sign up to these guys this month. I need to sign up to these guys this month because of shit like this. Like what? Just what? And then there's a, there's like a cyborg assassin who just looks awesome. I think it might be is it the first one? Where's the cyborg assassin? There she, oh no, that one's not it. That one's something else. Popular post. Is she in here? There she is. Look at this. Check that out. How cool is she? So I need her as well. So yeah, it might be an expensive month for me on Patreon, because that's badass. That's super cool. Yeah, she's awesome. I like her. It's really simple and elegant. Look, no! 17 gig though. What do the files look like, Spike? Have you had a look at any of them? Okay, right. So we have. Oh yeah, I put an Ultramarine helmet on a Raven Guard because I was like, I really like that helmet. I just need to remove the Ultramarine thing. I was just wondering what the scale was like between Horus Heresy and 40k. Yeah, slightly different. You haven't opened them yet. I've been painting all morning, dude, all morning. Sweet. However, I can confirm. Where's that gone? Oh, I'll find it in a second. I can confirm that Custodes heads look really good. So that's definitely going to be a Night Lord's. That's definitely going to be a Night Lord's head. Trying to finish my Imperial March minis even though I've strayed into April. No, that's fine. That's fine. That sounds cool. Yeah. So I need to do some. I don't know whether to do, because I think the jump packs end up being Raptors, but the Raptors, what do the Raptors do? Hang on, let me go back to the Raptors. Is that Raptors? Yeah, Raptors. The Raptors have chainsword and a bolt pistol. And anybody can have a chain glaive for 5 points, so you can upgrade them to a chain glaive and a bolt pistol. So I suppose that would be kind of like a Raptor-esque conversion. I suppose that could work. We do need to get some heads though. But the big really cool thing. The big really cool thing is this guy. Which I will wait. I think I'll wait for Purples and Avian to kind of pop up in chat. But this guy, for the quick TLDR, is a Raven Guard who was captured by the Night Lords and then broken down, interrogated and broken down psychologically, and now fights for the Night Lords, which is absolutely brilliant. So that's a really, really cool link between my two armies, just completely accidentally. Yeah, that's going to be really cool. And he also, apparently, he also fights with a massive hammer. So I get to convert up a massive hammer, which will be really cool as well. That will be really fun to play around with. How many have you got left to do on your Imperial March minis, Spiky boy? Spikester. Spiky Spikester. How many have you got left to do? I don't think there's any way. This is the other thing I was thinking. I don't think there's any way to repose these the same way I did with my Mark 6s because of the knee pad. Because you can't separate the knee pad very easily. Otherwise, you could like bend it and then just stick the knee pad on to fill the join. But it's pretty impossible to kind of just separate out that knee pad, which is a shame. Which is a shame. Okay. Where's that? There it is. So this is the other thing I was wondering as well, what the Saturnine heads look like on a normal marine body. Oh, that looks kind of badass. Hannah, Sexy Science Hannah, if you're in chat, they are that looks very Iron Lordsy. Saturnine helmets on normal marines looks brilliant. Let's see if I think I've got a I need to do the base flock. I bet you're dead excited, dude, that they're expanding the that universe, that range. Bet you're dead excited about that, mate. The Krennic box set is about half painted so far and in the ugly stage, so of course it looks god awful right now. That's alright. Yeah, she looked. It's one of the reasons why we painted her on stream, so that I can kind of show how god awful she looks when we're painting her up. But I did a little bit more work on her last night, just kind of cleaning some bits and bobs up. I think she's looking pretty cool. You're happy they're bringing a lot of new models which should attract even more players. I just don't need another whole army of Mandos. But I'll probably get the Empire and the Rebel troops. How many different armies are there? How many different factions are in the game? Is it Empire, Rebel and Mandalorians? Is it just kind of split into those three? And then you can do sections and variations. There's 5. What are the 5, dude? That does look pretty cool, doesn't it? What are the other... Hang on, so I've got more. Oh, I tell you what, we could do another pointy. We could do another pointy stick, because we have the Saturnine. We've got the Saturnine Power Fist that we could do a pointy stick for. That'd be quite cool. We could do a Saturnine pointy stick. Empire, Rebels, Galactic Republic, Separatists, Mercenaries and Mandos. But the Mercenary Mandos can be used with some of the other armies as extra troops and rules. So you can kind of ally the Mercs and the Mandos in with anything else. Gotcha. What's the remind me what the Separatists are? Is that the government side?
What's the plan then?
Yay, whiskey!
Winchester.
The pub.
Yeah, boy!
Yeah, they look really good. They look really cool. They look really evil. Look how cool they look. Look how cool they look. Saturnine helmets with Mark II. They look fantastic. Oh, I'm going to have to definitely scatter some of those in then as well. Oh, the battle droids. Gotcha. Gotcha. So oh, what are they called? I printed some of those off for Shatterpoint. How are you doing, Whiskey? It's going to be a bit of a shorter stream today, sadly, because I do need to finish a Patreon video, but I did want to try and get a stream up, and then I'm going to be doing Patreon videos for pretty much the rest of the night. I really need to finish Korax, don't I? I need to finish sculpting his hair, and I need to finish sculpting his whip, so that we can do some cool whippy things. Doing great, thanks. My Custodian's box is scheduled to arrive tomorrow, which is great, but a bit confusing. Why is it confusing? I'm just really waiting for a bunch of pirates with Hondo to come out, because I can use them in my rebel army. Spiky, spiky, spiky. What's the scale like to paint, dude? Like, is it like Horus Heresy scale? Is it like 40k scale? Is it a bigger scale? Is it a smaller scale? The official release date is 4th of the 4th. It is, yes, but so they gaming stores aren't supposed to send them out early, and a few gaming stores have actually got in trouble for sending them out early. But if they don't send them out early, they can't guarantee that they're going to get to the customers by the release date. And I think a lot of customers moan when they don't get them by the release date or on the release date, so they still send them out early. So you'll see a lot of people get the kind of release stuff on the Thursday or the Friday. So congrats. Congrats. Element Games are one of the ones who got in trouble for it, so if I order anything from Element Games, I don't get it on the Saturday. I get it on the Monday because they ship it on the Friday. You previously only ever picked them up in person on release date or after. Yeah. I'm still waiting for the Mark IVs to come out for Horus Heresy, but I've got a better idea now for the Night Lords about what we're going to do for the Night Lords. They're going to be really cool. Like, they're going to be such a cool counter style army to collect compared to the Raven Guard. And I need to find my Kratos as well. I've misplaced. I don't know where it is. I think it's in my box of vehicles. So it's down with the Land Raider and the Spartan, but I think it's down there. So the Kratos is going to go for the Night Lords, because Kratos with the Night Lords works really well. The Spartan is probably going to go... I don't know which way the Spartan's going to go, but we'll see. And then all the other tanks. Like, I have this. I've got this that we can build, because that's perfect. So the Vindicator Siege tank, this Games Workshop sent me this one a while ago. So I get to build this one for the Night Lords as well, which would be great. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Dark Lord of Caliban, hello, hello, how are you? Happy Easter to you, mate. Happy Easter to you. Yeah, so the Night Lords, these do look really cool. I think these would work with the Dark Angels as well, wouldn't they? These helmets would work with the Dark Angels as well, don't you think? That one's a little bit chunky. That one will have to go. So I think they're going to be really cool for like heavy support when you've got. Oh, maybe I could use them on the Interemptors. Yeah, they look really good. The helmets are fab. 5 days off, which is nice, good. I've not really built tanks, but the 30k ones look so much better than the 40k ones, don't they? They do, and I'll tell you exactly why, because they have more detail on them. So the 40k stuff and this is a problem with all the 40k stuff. It's a box that has sculpted stuff on it, and if you just sculpt stuff on a flat surface, you then can't cast it unless it's just vertical on the sides or just slightly off. So you can't cast, and you can't cast a mould unless the detail is like that. So you end up with a very flat box. Whereas the Horus Heresy stuff, all this is built up on top of each other. So all these are all separate parts. So you build all this and you kind of clip it all together, and it just ends up with so much more interest and character to the actual tank. Like the Kratos. The Kratos is fantastic. Actually, I'm not entirely sure which way to go with this. I don't know whether to go with the siege tank or whether to go with the Magna Laser Destroyer. It might be. In fact, we could probably open this up and have a look. We might be able to magnetize and do both, because I've magnetized the Kratos. That is magnetized. Yeah, I can't talk highly enough of Horus Heresy, to be honest. I cannot believe A, how long it's taken me to get into it, and B, how different and how cool it actually is. It feels like I'm missing a sprue. Oh no. Oh no, there they are. Wow, that's not very many sprues at all. I was expecting a third sprue. A Magna Laser Destroyer if you feel like you have to. It's fucking cool, right? Like, why would you not want to build a Magna Laser Destroyer? Right, so where is it? There we go. So you can either build. Oh, it slots in. It slots in on that, so you can just magnetize that. And that's the other thing, you see. That's the other thing. All the Horus Heresy stuff is so easy to magnetize. Like, a lot of it, you'll even see they've actually added magnet holes to it as well. All the Horus Heresy stuff seems to be so sympathetic to hobbyists. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So now, the issue with Night Lords that I'm going to need to address is how we do all the hanging skin and stuff. So I don't know whether to. I think I'm going to have to. So the Night Lords I think are going to be sculpted a lot. We're going to have to roll out some green stuff or roll out some sort of putty, and then hang the flayed skin off certain areas and things. Which I don't think is going to take that long. Like, I think because it's not that big and you can kind of just fiddle around with it quite quickly, I think you could probably do 10 at a time before the putty starts setting up too much. But yeah, look at this. Look at that helmet. That helmet is so cool. Evil as shit. Evil as shit. Yeah, the Magna Laser Destroyer. I kind of want to build the Magna Laser Destroyer right now to see what it looks like. Because it's insane. It's insane. Look at it. The Magna Laser Destroyer. You could 3D print some cookie cutters for the skin, maybe even face shaped. 3D print some cookie cutters for the skin, maybe even face shaped. I don't know whether that would speed anything up, to be honest. I'm not sure that would speed up the sculpting, to be honest. But yeah, I'll just sculpt, because I've got to sculpt. So these ones, this is the next sculpting that I've got to do. So this will be on Patreon as well, because we're making some more Death In. So these are the snipers. Squeezle, how are you doing? So we're going to be sculpting some cloaks on all of these, because these are the Raven Guard snipers, which I've started converting up, reposing all their limbs and everything. So these will be really cool to sculpt the cloaks on, and then once I've sculpted all the cloaks on those, once I've built up, because all the Night Lords are going to be all different marks. They're going to be like so many different marks scattered across the army. They're going to be really chaotic, and then I think I'll just sit here and kind of sculpt some loincloth and stuff, and flayed skin hanging off shoulder pads. Tactical kneeling, 100%. He's a sniper. He's a sniper. He's actually crushed. He's crushed the tile as well. I'm quite pleased with the tactical kneeling on that guy. I think he's really, really good. I think that's a really good conversion. And then obviously all this bit down here, which is a little bit kind of gunky, can be covered with a cloak. Fire the Magna Laser Destroyer! The Magna Laser Destroyer. I mean, everybody wants sharks with Magna Laser Destroyers on their heads, right? Everybody wants sharks with Magna Laser Destroyers on their heads. Purples, welcome back. Purples, we were just talking about the Legion Vindicator siege tank, but you can build it two different ways. You can build it with the Demolisher cannon, which looks cool. It's like, okay, that's fair enough. Or Purples, or you can build it with a Magna Laser Destroyer. Fantastic. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So the Demolisher cannon, I mean, everybody likes the Demolisher cannon. The Demolisher cannon is fantastic. Just fires this massive ball of death. But then you've got a Magna Laser Destroyer. Fuck yeah, the Magna Laser. Everybody wants to put Magna Laser Destroyers on sharks, don't they? Like, I want freaking sharks with freaking Magna Laser Destroyers on their heads. Oh dear. Absolutely brilliant. And you can't call me a tourist for knowing all of this either. Right, the other thing as well, I was wondering about how big these Volkite things would be if I attached them to an arm of a oh dear, it's so good. It's so funny. Rick rolling everybody. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, very funny, very funny. You missed it. You missed it. If you weren't in the stream yesterday, you missed. You missed out. Olsey, how are you doing? Olsey, how are you doing? Okay, I heard that one go. Well, I saw that one go. You can't do the USB disconnect right now. There we go. Oh, was that one not? Oh, that one's not charged up either. Oh shit, I don't have any batteries.
Moron.
I think I have one. Inventory.
There we go. Right. So yeah, I want to. I just want to check this out as well.
How many years have we spent telling you to get a freaking adapter for your camera because you always forget to charge the batteries? Fuck.
Yep.
Moo. Tongue.
Yeah. I'll get one at some point. I'll get one at some point. Well, I just don't mind changing the batteries. It doesn't bother me. But yes, at some point I should. Thank you very much, Olivia. Olsey, how are you? How are you today, Olsey?
One eternity later.
Olsey, if you go down, if you scroll down, Olsey, and you have a look at all the sound alerts were added in there. And yesterday, just to explain, because it was very, very funny, yesterday it was requested that I find that...
Come and see the violence inherent in the system! Help! Help! I'm being repressed, bloody peasant!
It was requested. It was requested that I find a fucking tourist for a sound alert, so that if I ever say something that's stupid, or I don't know something, as happens quite regularly, because I am slowly learning about. I'm slowly kind of relearning, if you like, all the Horus Heresy Space Marine stuff, because I've never really paid any attention to it, because I like my Necrons and my Eldar. And I went, oh, I'll go and see if I can find it. I'll go and see if I can find it. And I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it on the sound alert thing. So I quickly thought, oh, I know what I'll do. So I said, I can't quite find it. Hang on, let me keep looking. I'm sure it must be here somewhere. And then I said, oh, I found it. And I set it up and I put it on. And I called it fucking Tourist. And I put a tourist GIF on it as well. So if you scroll down, you can see it. And then I set it to Rick Astley. So if anybody tries to call me a tourist, I am literally Rick rolling. That nearly got me. I am literally Rick rolling them. So I found it very, very funny. I found it very, very funny. And obviously now it has gone back on me that now everybody is now going to rickroll me every time I do something as Forest. So it's actually worked out rather funny and rather well. I think that kind of works. That could be kind of satisfying.
That was wonderful. Bravo. I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Get him away. Hey.
Boo! Do you not like that, Spike? I think that looks really good. Spikey doesn't like my my Volkite gun. Oh, Spikey. But I think it's really cool, Spikey. Oh dear. When Chris gets a battery, it looks silly as fuck, so it's perfect. It looks silly. No, it's an underslung, single-handed Volkite boom gun. I mean, the Volkite, because I definitely need a destroyer squad. Not a destroyer squad, a veteran squad with destructive weapons for the Night Lords, because the Night Lords benefit when you put statuses on units. So if you can put a status on a unit, all the Night Lords units in the army get +1 weapon skill against that unit. So if they charge in, they get +1 weapon skill, which is really cool when everything's a Space Marine. So you hit everything better. So and destructor weapons, I believe, apply a status, so it'd be really, really good. Does it go Daka? I think it goes bzzzt. Needs more TIE fighter wings. Now, Spiky boy, Spiky, now, Spiky, now, Spiky, Spiky, now. Where's my TIE? Oh, there it is. Spiky now, Spiky now. Now this is my favourite TIE. Absolutely my favourite TIE. So it's a TIE Interceptor. Absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. So this is a TIE Interceptor. Now Hendy linked a... What was it called? So Hendy linked one that works in the atmosphere, and it's like a ground attack fighter, and it only had two little wings down here like this, and it looked amazing. It had like half wings. It had half wings, and it was cut down at the bottom, and it just had these 2 wings at the bottom. So I need to find a TIE Striker. There we go, a TIE Striker. So I need to get some TIE Strikers as well. For those of you who don't know, I don't play X-Wing in the slightest. I don't really have any interest in playing X-Wing. However, I really like all the TIE fighters from Star Wars. The TIE fighters are fantastic. So, I am, and you'll notice that this isn't even X-Wing scale, it's a little bit bigger. So I've got loads of TIE 3D print files, so I'm slowly printing out loads of TIE 3D prints so that I can have a selection of little TIE fighters, and I want that little TIE striker because it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then obviously I want a TIE bomber because it's fantastic and classic and nostalgic, and I love it. So yeah. Will you add some Saturnine Termies to the Night Lords? Because I've already got them for the Raven Guard. For the Night Lords, I don't know. I don't know if I will for the Night Lords. I think the Night Lords, because the Night Lords are really, really good. Like you kind of want everything in combat for the Night Lords. So maybe if the the TIE Punisher, I've got a list of all the TIE stuff. I think you gave me the list of all the TIE stuff to get, Spike. I've got a massive list of all the TIE stuff to try and find. The TIE Punisher is really cool. Whatever the TIE one is that Kylo Ren has, that one's really cool. The Night Fucks are fast attack kind of, so a Termi makes no real sense. Well, they're not really fast attack. They're not really fast attack. They're more. They have really good kind of, because pretty much everything can cause fear. So you can have everything causing fear. You get bonuses in combat, and they have really, really cool things. So if you're in a duel with a character and you don't actually fancy that duel, you can just kind of like tap out of it and say no, not interested, and you can throw in just a regular tactical marine, which is quite funny. So the Night Lords like a little bit of infantry, a little bit of kind of elite combat stuff, and then lots of heavy support to kind of bombard things from a distance. So that's why like the Kratos and that Vindicator siege tank is going to be really useful. So the Saturnine Terminators might work for things like that, but they are quite expensive. The Atramentor, yes, the Atramentor, although they are not quite as good as the other ones that you can get. Hang on, what are they called? The cock ones. The Contikar. You like the TIE Defender? The TIE Defender's really cool. TIE Silencer. I will send you a DM in Discord. I have a Legion rules question. Ooh. What's that? What's that one? So that one's the TIE Striker. Is that the? Yeah, the TIE Striker's really cool. I need to find one of those. What's the second one that you linked, Purples? Because that one's a bit bonkers, and I have got a file for that one. But I like the side. I like the Striker. I do like the Striker. Yes, and obviously Spiky is a Legion player as well, so you can ask both of them. Do I need to put a Legion room in Discord? Do I need to put a Legion room in Discord? Text. What would be a good icon? What would be a good icon for Star Wars Legion? Oh, there we go. Star Wars Legion. So it's in creative. It's in creative juices. I'm going to put Trench Crusade down a little bit because Trench Crusade has not been gaining any favors recently. So creative. I'll just show you here. Look. So you've got creative juices. So you've got all the Warhammer stuff. So Warhammer creativity. You've got all this, and the project planning thing is right up here. Project planning applies for Star Wars Legion and everything as well. So start throwing Star Wars Legion things in project plannings. And then you've got all this stuff, and then down in the creative juices you've got Gundam, you've got Star Wars Legion, you've got Trench Crusade, and then you've got Swap Shop, Art Attack, Photography, 3D prints, and Sophie's Gift Room. So yeah, exclamation mark Discord if you want to dive into there. Yeah. And then obviously Stream Gallery to show off stuff on stream. TIE Fighter icon. Olsey, what's up? What's up, Olsey? What's up, Olsey? TIE Whisper is better than a TIE Silencer. A TIE Whisper? I'm not sure I know a tie whisper. Do I know a tie whisper? You know, you might need to pick me a tie whisper. You might need to pick me a tie whisper, dude. But yeah, I just love all the tie stuff. I really, really like all the tie stuff. So I'm going to have a few. The only thing I don't know is what bases to do for them. Now I did find. Let me show you these. I did find these that I thought would be quite fun. I did find these which I thought would be quite fun. So you can obviously put the peg in here, and they're just little asteroid like impacts and things. So I could put all my tie stuff on these little bases because I do want to have them on square bases, because obviously X-Wing does have square bases. So I want a little bit of a nod to X-Wing. The only downside to this is that they are then kind of linked to a ground attack rather than a space attack kind of environment. So rather than them being floating in space, these ones are kind of flying over a asteroid hit planet or something. So I'm not entirely sure how happy I am about that, but I don't think they're too bad. They're not too expensive either, £2. If you saw the sequels, it was the one Ray jumped over. Oh, right. Oh, okay. That was Kylo Ren's one, right? Yeah, I do like Kylo Ren's one. Kylo Ren's one's fantastic. Kylo Ren's one's really, really cool. Spike and Gem, I asked my question in the brand new Legion channel. Lurk tea. You having tea? Whiskey's having tea. Whiskey's having tea. Whiskey, you're going to whisk some whiskey into your tea. I reckon Whiskey's going to whisk some whiskey into his tea. Just like pour a little bit of whiskey in and then whisk up his tea to whisk in the whiskey. And then he can go, "Arr, I'm a pirate." Yeah, so Saturnine Terminators for Night Lords, probably not. I do have the Saturnine Terminators for the Raven Guard, because they're going to be the deliverers. They're in the deliverer scheme, which should be quite cool. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. I think that looks pretty good. I think that's pretty in scale. Well, obviously it's in scale because I keep talking about the scale of Horus Heresy. And then you can kind of add, if you can dump the elbow into there, you can kind of have the hand coming up and touching that and holding it on there. Olsey's having a right laugh. Olsey's in chat having a right laugh, which is great. Lots of happiness. Lots of happiness in chat. Maybe find ones that look like the surface of the Death Star. That's a good call, Spiky. That's a good call, Spiky. Let's see if there is a Death Star base. That's a good call, Spiky. Spiky, you are a hero. You, Spiky, you are a fucking hero. And do you know what's even better here, Spiky? Do you know what's even better? Free. What an absolute legend. Thanks, Spike. That's just sorted, isn't it? That's just absolutely brilliant. Now, next question, Spiky. What size do I print them? Because I was going to do them at 40mm. Is that about right? Um... 45 mil for X-Wing. Okay, I'll do them at 45. 45 sounds good. 45 is quite big actually. How big is the so this is only 40 actually. So if I print the bases at 45, that's actually bigger than the print. I might have to print these a bit bigger then. I might reprint these and print them a bit bigger then. If the X-Wing stuff is 45mm. Yeah, I might print the TIE stuff at 50mm. Although I suppose these ones are the small ones, aren't they? Like, you need to have space, because otherwise you end up having to print the TIE bomber at like 70mm, which would still be cool. But yeah, maybe I'll leave these ones at 40, and then I can start scaling them. And then I can they start scaling themselves, don't they? Because the TIE bomber is wider, and then the little TIE fighter's narrower. Purple's on the lurk. Purple's on the lurk. Purple's on the lurk. Yeah, these are going to look really good. These are going to look really good. And then we've got loads of these. Now, I need some despoilers. So the despoilers that I've got, I have... Is it that one? No, that's the backpacks. There we go. So we've got loads of pistols. Oh.
Christmas, the sleepy AF girl Christmas.
Hey, Christine, how you doing? Small ship base.
The strawberry girl.
Thank you. Christine, there's some more sound alerts down at the bottom underneath as well. You're dead. No! Small... Oh, hang on. Here we go. Spiky. Small ship base is 40mm. So however much you upscaled the models. So all of these ones are 40mm. All these ships are 40mm. I mean, 40mm is absolutely perfect because this is 40mm. I might just scale them all. Yeah, yeah. I might do them. What would you think? What would you say, Spikey, if I did all the bases at the same width as the ship? Because this is one of those. This is one of those occasions where I know these aren't accurate, but for aesthetics, I'd keep the base as wide as the model. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then the TIE bomber. The TIE bomber, I could kind of duplicate the base a little bit. I need to download those. Did I download them? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Anyway, I've got to print some more bombers anyway. It's been busy all week. Construction industry is tiring sometimes. Oh no. Well, we're looking at some Night Lords today. It's only going to be a short stream today, Christine, because I've got some Patreon stuff to do. I need to do the video for the underslung missile launcher, which I've been promising to do for a while, so I'm going to finish that one off tonight. And then I'm just looking at all the Night Lord stuff, because there's some really interesting Night Lords lore and history and directions to build things. Oh my god, there's a hammer. That can be the hammer on the captured Raven Guard guy. I could use that on the captured Raven Guard guy. That would look quite cool. That would look quite cool.
Yeah, but we can always build more kill.
Hey, Target, what a legend. What a legend. Well, a mace. Yes, mace. Well, I mean, that's the other thing as well. Because it's a mace, do I try and do that? Are you sure about that? I am sure about I do like all the new sound of this. Brilliant. Remember when we were looking at all the Raven weapons and kind of going through them all, and we found that Raven hammer. that had the pick on one side. That was what I was going to try and do. So maybe I should still try and do that, because now I have a reason to do it in Horus Heresy as well for Alistair. Must be a power maul. Yes, power maul and the big axes as well. And then we've also got a little disintegrator pistol, which is quite nice. If you want to get more technical, you can check the official size of the real size of the ships on Wikipedia. Oh, can you? Oh. So I could find out exactly how big each ship is, scale it up a little bit, work out what the scaling was, and then scale up the appropriate size base. Maybe that might be quite interesting. Pick hammer, power Lucerne. TIE Bomber, for example, is about 1 meter bigger than the TIE Interceptor. Oh, I see. So the TIE Bomber is actually not far off that width. It's just got the 2 in the centre. I love the bomber. I love the bomber. There was a mission in X-Wing back in the 90s. Where you had to intercept, was it 3? I think it was 3 TIE bombers before they sent their missiles at a cruiser that you were protecting. And the only way you could get there quickly enough is to divert all your power to thrusters and like fly out to them as quickly as you could and intercept them. And then even then you had to kind of like shoot down the missiles. You remember that? Oh, X-Wing was so good. X-Wing was so good. So I'm still a bit confused what this is for. Yo, Manaringo, how are you doing? How are you doing? What's for? What's for what? What is what for? For whatting? Manaringo is in the chat. We're talking about Night Lords at the moment, Manaringo. So I'm just kind of mentally planning what my Night Lords army is going to look like, and some of the little kind of projects. The little Star Wars ships. So the little Star Wars ships are purely just because I like TIE fighters. So I really like all the TIE stuff. And then when X-Wing died, I thought, I'll just see if anybody's like dumping all their TIE stuff. Because I quite like TIE fighters, so it'd be quite cool just to have like a little shelf with all the TIE fighters, all the different kind of versions of TIE fighters on the shelves. And when it got dumped, obviously the community said, no, it's not getting dumped, we're going to carry on playing it. So it's not dead in the slightest, so nobody's actually getting rid of all their stuff. So all the TIE fighter stuff is not really cheap, and it's all really expensive still. So I went and found loads of the TIE 3D prints, so I can just print a couple of each different TIE fighter ships that I like. So you've got like this is the TIE Interceptor. I'll obviously do a TIE Fighter. I'll do a TIE Bomber. You got the TIE Silencer, the TIE Whisper. You got the TIE Striker, I think, is the one with the 3. So all the different TIE stuff, and then there's a couple of the other kind of non-Empire ships which I quite like. So I just wanted a little shelf with all the different TIEs on there, just like a couple of each of them. But because they're X-Wing, I wanted to do a little bit of it. I'm not going to play X-Wing, but I wanted to do a little bit of a nod to X-Wing on their bases. So I wanted to know what size bases all the models had in X-Wing, because I wanted to do them square, because they have square bases in X-Wing, so I'm going to do them square. And then I was just asking like how big I should do the bases for all of these, because these have been like scaled up a little bit, because I like big things. Like even this has been scaled up a little bit. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just me wanting the TIE stuff because I really like the TIE fighter stuff. So I'm just slowly printing out all the TIE stuff. X-Wing isn't dead. No, that's what I found out. Excuse me. And yeah, so I'm now looking at we're now looking at the Horus Heresy. The idea today is I'm just looking at the Horus Heresy stuff. So we've got the Raven Guard. We've obviously got the Custodians that Games Workshop sent. So the Custodians that are painted on YouTube. We've got the Raven Guard, and then we're going to do some Night Lords. I've got to come up with a plan to paint the Night Lords. The Night Lords are all going to have different marks. So there's going to be Mark 6s, Mark 2s, Mark 3s, hopefully Mark 4s when the Mark 4s come out as well. And they're all just going to be scattered across everything. So I'm just planning, like the Raptors. The Raptors have these chain glaives, or they can do, and then I also have these kind of spare helmets from the Saturnine. So I wonder what they look like. They look really badass. Yeah, Manaringo, how are you? How are you, dude? How are you? I've also got her plinth coming as well, so her plinth is going to be coming probably tomorrow, hopefully. I can probably check what the tracking is for her, but her plinth is going to come, and then I need to chamfer off the plinth so it matches this line here as well. I might put a little bit of a curve to it as well, so it matches up underneath there. So then she's going to be really, really cool, and then we're going to get to do some Sky Earth non-metallic metal on her crown, because she's going to be fantastic. I do need to print her mask again, because I want her with the mask, because the mask looks great. I like masks. I like masks on ladies, they look great. So I'll reprint that. Doing mostly okay, looking forward to bank holidays. That's this weekend, right? Because it's Good Friday this weekend and then Easter Monday, right? You had a good time in London. Fantastic, dude. Really, really happy to hear. Really, really cool. Nice one, man. How's Teeny Tiny doing? Did you take Teeny Tiny down to London as well? Now need the masquerade sound effect. What's the masquerade sound effect? Phantom of the Opera. What? Masquerade? She went to the Fabric District in Covent Garden, some bookshops, then the VNA. Oh, amazing. She mooched while I had my work day. Fantastic. Hello, Teeny Tiny, if you're there. Hello, Teeny Tiny. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. I'm glad you had a good time down there, mate. I'm glad you had a good time down there. That's really cool. Yeah, so I need to... we need to do some inducti, because the inducti are really good. So we can do some inducti. They're all going to have just like really random basic weapons. She's looking after the parents at the moment. Nice, 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 nice. So the inducti have kind of really basic weapons, so they can have like knives and little swords and things like that, which will be quite fun. I just need to find some of those, and then also find enough hands, find enough marine hands to use them, which might be tricky. I need to find like some knives and stuff. Your mum also found an old hammer. Oh, have you got any picks? Have you got any picks? I love old hammers. Love old hammers. Yeah, have you got any pictures? That would be cool to see, dude. That would be cool to see. Also found. Oh, you found your old hammer. Oh right. Oh okay. Hang on. Sorry. I thought I thought you said she found a old hammer. She found your old hammer. Oh. Still cool to see a pig. Like old hammers are cool. Good old hammers. How much old hammer did you find? All the goblin stuff. Right. You have much chocolate. Oh, do you? I wonder how much chocolate I'm going to get for Easter. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. And then we do have. I definitely need to get some more heads. And I don't like the fact that it's they're all Mark 6s. That's a bit of a disappointing. It's a bit disappointing because I kind of want Mark 2, 3 or 4 Night Lord's helmets, not the Mark 6 ones. She hasn't opened them up. Added to stream gallery. Oh, you've added them to stream gallery. Let's go have a look at stream gallery. Where is Discord? There's Discord. Chocolate! Lovely yellow. There's the bark speeder. Oh my word! Oh, she found all. Oh wow! Oh man! You got Slanesh Man of War. Oh, you got an old Messerschmitt as well. Skeleton warriors, dwarfs. So she found all your old hammer. Not like I thought you meant that she like stumbled in while you were working on your old hammer stuff. I didn't realise you meant she found all your old Warhammer stuff up in the loft. Oh wow, dude, what's this? What's that box? What's that box? Is that like Star Wars box? And then we got termagants over there. We got some Maltesers from 1980. Combat. Oh, mate, is that Eldar? Oh yeah, there's a shuriken. Wow, dude, you're gonna have to post that. You're gonna have to post that on Instagram and tag Ed. Those Maltesers must be really old. Yeah, they probably still taste like chocolate though. Maltesers have a pretty good shelf life. Warriors of the Imperium, Space Marine Combat Squad, Skeleton Warriors, Dwarfs. Does this mean you're going to do a Dwarf army now? Oh no. Oh no. We need more pictures. Dude, we need more pictures. Dude, we need... Oh, you got to go to Essex. Oh my god. Sexy Science Hannah. Oh, have we got news for you, Sexy Science Hannah? Have we got news for you, Sexy Science Hannah? Have we got news for you? I've found some sneaky stuff. I've found some sneaky cool stuff, Hannah. Hello, dibs on any old Skaven. Breaking news, HNN breaking news. HNN breaking news. Have you found a Cheeky Nando's? There's a couple of Cheeky Nando's in Derby. There's plenty of Cheeky Nando's that I can take you to. So, Sexy Science Hannah. Mark II Marines. This is for your Iron Warriors of Amazingness, okay? Mark II Marines, okay? Obviously with either some sort of really cool heads for them. Like that's a really cool helmet. I use these ones. These are the Sons of Horus helmets, which just look really cool. However, Sexy Science Hannah, however, if you have bought and you have picked up the Saturnine box, and you have some Saturnine Terminators, you have shitloads of Saturnine Terminator heads in there. And what you can do is you can drop their spare heads on the Mark II, the Mark III, the Mark VI, whatever, and they look amazing for your Iron Warriors. How cool does that look for an Iron Warrior? So, yeah. You get like 7 different heads in the Saturnine box. I know everything. Look what I've done. I've made this and it's amazing. I know everything, Jon Snow. So yeah, you can make.
Very nice.
How cool is that? How cool is that, Hannah? How cool is that? I don't know whether you got the Saturnine box. I can't remember whether you got it or not. But if you did, you'll have plenty of these heads because you get look at the other ones. These are the other ones that I had spare because I didn't use the ones that had like elaborate things on because my my Raven Guard have like kind of simpler heads on them. But look how cool that is, and then you get this one as well, which is like properly mental. Like that's a really cool one for a sergeant. Rah. Yeah. Big fan of head swaps on Marines of all kinds. Yes, 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 yes. And as you can see, the Custodes heads even look really cool on... Hang on, let's put it on that one because that one's got a bit of tacky substance in it. The Custodes heads also look really cool. So you can Custodes... Christine loves gold! Christine loves gold! Are they making male Custodes heads now? No, this one is a Night Lord's head. This one isn't a Custodes head. For some reason, there was a Night Lord's head on the female Custodes sprue. I don't quite know how it got there or why they decided to add a male Night Lord's head on the female Custodes sprue. But it's on there. It's on there. So I've removed it from the sprue, and I'm suitably using it on my Night Lords. And that's going to be a really cool head. I think I really like that one. So that'll be really good. The only issue is I need to find a way of doing. I need to find some better heads. I need to find some better Night Lords helmets.
Come and see the violence inherent in the system! Help! Help! I'm being repressed! Bloody peasant!
Bloody peasant! Whatever you do, Christine, don't call me a tourist. Do not call me a tourist. Because I am not a tourist. I am very knowledgeable. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the Mark 6 helmets. I don't like the Mark 6 helmets. So I'm going to need to probably find some of the older ones or something. But the older ones aren't. Gotcha! There's somebody else rickrolled. I win. I win. I did warn you. I did say, never call me a tourist. I know more than you. Brilliant. No, thank you very much. Cheers, Christine. Should be Vengabus. Yeah, that would be really cool as well. That would be really cool as well. So yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about the Night Lord's helmets because I really want the winged helmets, but they don't look right as Mark 6s, I don't think. So I might have to just try and find the old ones. The old ones are... I do have some old ones somewhere. Where are they? I do have some old ones somewhere. There we go. So these are the old ones. But they're not sculpted very well, look. So they're a bit kind of classic Forge World, not very smooth. So I don't know whether to just use these ones.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look, just a flesh wound.
He's literally got no arms left. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys think that those helmets are kind of acceptable? Do you think they'll look okay? Do you think they'll be all right? Maybe I just need to kind of sand down the surfaces a little bit to remove some of the kind of really poor sculpting and because it's not smooth. Compared to, let's compare them. Where's the putty gone? Let's get a bit of putty from here.
Need I hate Sand Star Wars sound.
You need an I hate sand. I hate sand. What's the where's I hate sand from? Does Obi-Wan say that? Sounds like a Ewan McGregor thing to say. I hate sand. Let's see if I can see that one. Because I think I've got one spot left. I think I've got a spot left. What would you use I hate sand for? Emo Anakin. Oh. There you go. It's added. I think that's the last one. Yeah, so that's the last spot. I don't know when you'd use that one though, but it is on there. I've added it on. We need to pick the next one that's going to get dropped off at some point. The next one to be replaced. Probably the Joker, right? Like I've not heard anybody use like the Joker laugh.
Sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Do I have a music thing? Oh God, no, you don't. Sorry, no. I'll get it. I'll get it done. I fart in your general direction. I need to make a note of that. Where's my notepad? Where's my notepad gone? Where has? Oh, it's there. I've got it. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Which one was it? Was it fart in your general direction, or was it your mother was a hamster? Which one did you want, Mannering? I can't remember now. Now that Hannah said that, I thought it was fart. Okay, cool. Good. You're just adding to the quotes. I think that's on. Yeah, I thought it was on there. I thought I put that one on there. I thought that one was on there. It was actually on top of the wet palette, Christine. Not trying to represent the wishes of Captain Mannering. Purples. I got Christine with the tourist. I told her not to call me a tourist, and do you know what she did, Christine? Purples. Do you know what Christine did? She called me a tourist, and she got rickrolled for it. Love it. Yeah, what do we think? Is this old helmet? Is that old helmet acceptable still? Is it still acceptable? Compared to the new one, you can see how clean the new one is. But the new one just looks... I just don't like the Mark 6. Here we go. Look, I'll show you a normal one. Oh, maybe it doesn't look too bad. Maybe the Mark 6 doesn't look too bad. Am I just talking myself into liking the new one because it's better sculpted? Is that all it is? Am I just talking myself into it? Oh! Thank you very much. Who did that? Thank you, Anonymous. Does that mean... Hang on. Have we got a hype train? Has that triggered a hype train? Oh, it has. We have a level 1 hype train on the go. Thank you very much. Yeah, try and put into words like what I'm I just don't.
Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it.
I hated it.
Terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Get him away! Hey,
Boo! Fucking love that. That's my favourite sound alert. Absolutely brilliant. Level 1 hype train. Let's go! 50%. It's a Hananimous Dono. It's a Hananimous. Hananimous is on it again. Hananimous, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Hananimous, for nudging the hype train into action. It's a Wednesday hype train. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to. I'll have to paint one. It wasn't you. Oh, it wasn't a Hananimous. Who gifted it? Who gifted it? Yeah, maybe I'll have to paint one and see how it holds up. I think that's probably the only thing to do, isn't it? Really, because the Mark 6 one. The Mark 6 one.
You want to squeeze my buttocks together to make one juicy giant peach.
You don't like the new one with the wings on the head, but the Mark 6 one is cool. So you like the one without the wings on, because that one.
It's a red dwarf.
It's
the complete smeg pot. Brains in the anal region. Chin absent, presumed missing. Genitalia, small and inoffensive. Of no value or interest.
Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal.
I will. So the one with wings is basically, it's that you get one of those in the new box. So this is the new box, and you get one of those with wings in the new box. And this is the old helmet. And the old helmet I think is better, but as you can see, it's not as well sculpted. So this one's hand sculpted, so it's not as smooth. These two are CAD sculpted, so they're really clean molds. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously meant to be for a sergeant, but I don't know whether I even like the normal Mark 6. The normal Mark 6 one just doesn't look right. I don't know what it is. Thank you. Oh, we're 68% on the hype train. Keep those sound alerts going. Let's get to level 2. Yeah, so that's my thing. You only get one of these, so I'm not really worried about that helmet. That helmet's like whatever. It's more those helmets, because these helmets are going to be all over the place. I think I can probably kind of mix them all up. 69%, yes. Maybe we have the perfect hype level. You got to run to the pharmacy. Oh no. Yeah, so I think I'll have to add one and then paint them up and see what they look like. But I don't quite know why they've got like holes on the back of the skull and stuff. It's weird. But like I say, maybe it's just a case of sanding down the surfaces to smooth the surfaces out a little bit, to take the bumps and the sculpting, the hand sculpting away from them. Maybe I just have to do that, because that now looks clean, look. So maybe I just have to do that on them all and just very, very carefully sand the sides. That's going to take a while, but if it improves them and it makes them usable, maybe it's the way to go. See if we can do this one. Oh yeah, that's one for Hannah. That's a Sexy Science Hannah shout out, that one. That was a Sexy Science Hannah request. The Dune sound. Another sand. It is another sand. It is another sand. Thank you very much. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, I like... So, how many of these I like? I like the sharks with laser beams. I like Vasquez. Obviously, I like the fucking tourist. I love the John Hamm. I like Donut. I like Welcome to the Party. I like Good Morning Vietnam. I like the Joker laugh. Obviously, I like Jewel of the Fates. Old Accuracy, whatever. The Monty Python ones are cool. It's So Fluffy is cute. Statler and Waldorf is absolutely brilliant. I need to delete that one, don't I? I need to delete that one because that one's a duplicate, so I can delete that one. There we go. Go on, go away. What else? Very nice. Are you sure about that? They're okay. Red Dwarf, obviously brilliant. And then the I Hate Sand. I don't get the I Hate Sand one. And I Love Gold. Yeah, there's some really good ones. There's some ones on there that I really like. I was going to have you change my entry sound so that Disney wouldn't go proper mental on you learning British slang. Learning British slang. I think this might just be enough, you know. I think just sanding the side of the helmets might just be enough. Might just be enough. I don't mind a tiny little bit of prep like this just to make the helmets really cool. I think that might just be enough, you know. I tell you what, that's not bad at all. 11 stormtroopers and 1 Dedramiro. What's Dedramiro? You did grow up in a British household. And you are a sexy scientist. Are you going to watch the launch with me then tonight, Hannah? Is it on? I'm guessing it's on the NASA. I'm guessing it'll be on the NASA YouTube. I'll have to follow the NASA YouTube actually. I don't think I have actually. I don't think I've followed the NASA YouTube. Because they haven't had a launch for fucking years, have they? I followed the SpaceX one because I like watching the SpaceX launches, but I've not followed. I've not followed the. Don't make me click the tourist. Dedramiro. Oh God, what's Dedramiro? What's Dedramiro? Oh, it's her! Oh wow. Okay, cool. Yes. 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 I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. NASA. NASA is streaming it on here already, but the launch isn't scheduled for another 5. No, I know. It's at like 11 o'clock tonight. NASA spaceflight, not NASA, on YouTube because they have a huge amount of camera equipment set up on site as well as the official NASA. Right, so what's that? The NASA spaceflight. NASA spaceflight. So is that the best one to watch? NASA spaceflight. Oh, there we go. It's live already. Perfect. I love that it's called Artemis. There we go. So that's the best one to follow. 6:24. Yeah, it's like 11:30 over here. Because they have a huge amount of camera equipment set up on site as well as the official NASA footage. Gotcha. There we go. Just so you know, I've got it on, so I will have that. I'll have that sitting there in the meantime. Right. Yeah, I think that's actually. Because there's a little bit there. It's a little bit soft there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the NASA info and where to watch it. Have they got like launch control conversations going, or are they likely to have like launch control conversations going like they do with SpaceX? My mum will be watching from about 45 minutes from the launch. I'll have that. I didn't know it was live now, so I will have that on my other stream, on my other screen for the rest of the evening now. So I will definitely watch that with you, Hannah. Yeah, I just don't know what these little. I don't know what these little holes are. I don't know what the holes are supposed to be. I will be at game night, so I may stream it, but won't be watching it too closely. Gotcha. What you playing? Are you on Legion tonight? Is that what you're painting the stuff up for? Is that for tonight? Spiky boy, Spiky legend, legend of the spike, legend of the spike, the legend of the spike, E-I-E-I-E-I-O, the legend of the spike, spike. X-wing, nice. Are you using TIE interceptors? TIE interceptors. Please tell me. Have you got a TIE list? Have you got a TIE list, Spike, that you use? Are they good? I don't even know whether they're good in game. Is a TIE list good in game? And what would a TIE list look like in game if you did one? Do you have like a big ship and then lots of little ships? Is that how X-wing fleets are kind of constructed, or do you just have like lots of the elite ace list is good for them? It's good for the TIE stuff. You have like 10 days to follow up content to watch as well. I'm flying a four small ship resistance list. A 4 small ship, so just 4 little small ships. It's a small game, small point game. Yeah, that's the way to do it, isn't it? That's the way to do it. Okay, let's do that then. Right, let's get all of those. Let's get all of those ones out then, and I'll slowly work through all of those then. If that's actually not bad looking, because I got these ages ago for Night Lords, and then never used them, and then the new ones came out, and I was like, oh. Oh, does it only come in 5? Oh, is that one? That's one. Oh, I've got them in both. Okay. There's another one. Yeah, I've got enough cool, I think I've got enough cool ones. Yeah, that should do. The Dark Angel ones are really easy, because the Dark Angels ones, all the Dark Angels ones looks cool. Like, all the Dark Angel ones are fantastic. They're fab. I love them all. Apart from the bear heads. I don't really like the bear heads. But everything else looked great. TIE interceptors are fine in the game if you fly the elite pilots with the top pilot skills, so they move fast. So they move last and shoot first. Otherwise, they're glass cannons if they're not flown well. Gotcha. 2 T-70 X-wings, 1 A-wing and 1 Y-wing. Gotcha. What would a TIE fleet look like? What would you have like I don't know, Darth Vader's TIE, and then some support stuff, or like Kylo Ren's TIE, or do you go completely different and you have like just an Empire gun supported by TIE? Basically, can you end up with a TIE fleet on its own, or do you have to kind of supplement it with other Empire ships? Right, so which one have I done? Which one did I do? That one I haven't done. Oh, that's quite a nice one. Oh, that's a nice one. I like that one. That one will look really good once it's kind of sanded down. You can bring up to 8 ships maximum in a list. So you can bring a TIE fighter swarm, which can do well just from so many guns on the table. Gotcha. Actually, that's a good point. So I've done 2 TIE interceptors. I should probably print like 4 TIE fighters then as well, shouldn't I? So rather than just doing like 2 of each ship, I should probably do 2 TIE interceptors, 4 TIE fighters, like 1 or 2 TIE bombers, and then like maybe 1 or 2 of the like the more elite ones, like the silencer and stuff. You got hobby tools falling out of your ears. What kind of storage do you use for paints and glues and bottles and droppers and sticks? I've got drawers. I've got kitchen drawers on either side of my desk. And then I have these little things. Hang on, let me send you a link. And then I have these little inserts that go in the drawers to organise things. Where are they? Where is it? Hang on. There we go. Copy, and then I use these little things to organise them, and that's actually quite good because that's not. They're really cheap now. They're cheaper than they were when I picked them up. So then I use those that kind of link up and they go in the drawers. So they're quite cool. So that's what I use to organise in the drawers. But I have like 5 drawers on this side of me, 5 drawers on that side of me, full of paints and stuff. Use 3D printed interchange rack set that I got on a Kickstarter from Corvus. Yeah, Spiky 3D prints bloody everything. I hate him. He's got a really nice 3D printer and he 3D prints everything and he makes me jealous. Who's linking up and going in your drawers? You are. You regularly go in my drawers, don't you, Hannah? Hope YouTube doesn't catch you showing us what's in your drawers. I mean, I've got special dispensation from YouTube to show people the contents of my drawers, so it's actually absolutely fine. I know there was conversation. I know there were conversations of me doing an OnlyFans for drawer contents, but I asked YouTube if it was okay, and they were like, "Yeah, that's fine," because it's you. So they've given me special dispensation to cover my drawer content on YouTube, and they won't get me in trouble for it, which is quite nice, to be honest. Quite like it. They just officially discontinued the Bamboo P1S I have. Oh no! So now I need to buy a bunch of spare parts because they're going to discontinue support over it over the coming years. Yes, slowly pick those up, dude. Slowly pick those up, because that sounds like a fantastic printer, doesn't it? So it'd be nice to top that up. They keep dropping the price of the bloody Saturn 4 Ultra thing. Price of that is absolutely through the floor at the moment. If I move to the UK, I wonder how many things like my 3D printer I'll have to say goodbye to because it's not 240 volts. Oh shit, yeah. You must be able to get a new power. You must be able to get a new power pack for that and just like unbolt the. Oh look! Oh look, they're going in. Yeah, you must be able to get a new power pack for that. Yeah, or an adapter or a little converter or something. But like, I would imagine. Do Elegoo do? Is that on the spares list? Like the power pack, and then you could unscrew the back and just replace the power converter in the back. I was looking at the Saturn from all the price drops. Yes, yes. Well, I'm trying to get an affiliate link for them, but they're not playing ball at the moment. And I asked Bamboo as well. I asked Bamboo, and they are also not playing ball at the moment, but maybe one day. At least you'll be able to get all the really cool, like stainless steel, UK made toasters and kettles and things. Maybe I'll have a bigger problem with fitting a big Bamboo printer in a tiny UK home. No, no, no. Or you could just ship it to me. Ship it to me, Hannah. I will put it in my spare room, and then convert it to 240 volts, and then I will print anything you want and ship it straight to you, just so that you have space and you don't have to worry about space. See, I'm helpful. I'm helpful. I'm considerate. I'm trying to ease your journey back to the UK. How considerate am I? I'm super considerate. Super considerate. It's got nothing to do with the fact that I really want a Bamboo Labs printer. Nothing at all. Just print an add-on to your home. Ha ha! Yes. Yes. Yeah, just 3D print an extra room. There was a 3D printer somewhere in the world that was 3D printing a house. I can't remember where it was. But they were 3D printing like concrete or cement and 3D printing a house, which was quite cool. Can't remember where it was. You'll be able to have a hobby room and or an office. Right, I'm going to have to go and do my pizza in a little bit, guys. But I'm glad I got a stream out. I'm glad I got a stream out for you all. And I'm definitely going to slowly keep doing this. That one's a really weird one. Look at the sculpting on that one. It's a very odd one. Cronin, hello, how are you doing? There we go. Look at the sculpting on that one. That's really kind of hand sculpted. It's a bit messy, that one. That one looks a bit messy. So we'll have to hide that one. Will have to be one where we hide it behind the gorget like that. Properly hide that one. Tuck it down tuck it down into the gorget. That's probably not one that sits there like that. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't do like Mark IV helmets, and they instead went and did Mark VI ones, because the Mark VI ones just don't match anything. The Mark VI ones look so out of place on like a Mark II body. It's a bit weird. Purples, welcome back. H&M breaking news, Purples. Sexy Science Hannah's going to ship her Bamboo Labs printer to me so that I can house it for her and look after it, so that she doesn't have to worry about storing it in her new Welsh home. How kind is that? Oh, X-Wing stream has started. Good time for you to sod off. I am actually finishing. X-Wing stream has started. What X-Wing stream? Are you watching an X-Wing tournament? Time to print all the terrain. Yes, that's the idea. That is why I want a Bamboo Labs printer, because I have loads of Battlefleet Gothic terrain that I really want to print, including the Rock. I have a file for the Rock that I really want to 3D print for Battlefleet Gothic, yeah, that would be really cool. How much is a Bamboo Labs? How much is? No, but I hope to be able to visit them. Nickel City X-Wing is running an online tournament featuring a few matches. Nice one, Spiky. Is that a P1? It's an X1 carbon with AMS. See, it's even a carbon one. It's even a carbon one. She's shipping it over. I know it's going to need new. It's going to need a new power adapter, because obviously it's American Power. So I said I'd do that for her for free, and then if she needs anything printing, I'm obviously going to do that for her, and I'm going to ship it straight to Wales for her. I'm trying. Yeah, it would be fab. I'd love to do some terrain, because then I could do like Trench Crusade stuff as well, and print off the Battlefleet Gothic stuff, and print off more time, and all the funky terrain plan and stuff. Anyway, I'll just pop over.
Ship it to Wales, Christopher. You ass. Drive there to hand deliver to the Hannah of Sexy Science Rough.
Yes, I will hand deliver. Every time she wants to print something, I'll print it and then hand deliver it to her, to say thank you for the privilege of looking after her 3D printer and storing it in my spare room. Purple's Health, yes, I will do that. Hannah. Ship the printer to me so I can alleviate your stress and worries about storing it in your new Welsh home, and then every time you want to print something, I'll set it up on a network that only you and I can access, and you can just print something, and then I'll drive over to you. Of course they have a van that's got Artemis down the side of it. Do you think Games Workshop are going to sue them for copyright infringement of Artemis? Purples has a point. Purples has a point. Purple's point has been well made, and I have accepted the fact that it's a very good point. Yeah, okay, these are not too bad. I don't think these are too bad, actually. I don't think these are too bad. I think I can make these work. They just need a little bit of prep. They just need that little bit of prep, I think, don't they?
I think the ancient Greeks will sue GW first Christopher for Artemis.
The ancient Greeks, are they gonna go back in time? Maybe I should set up a donation goal for a 3D printer and just slowly top up the thing for it. Will it be North or South Wales? South, I believe, Gem. I believe she is southering it up. She's really exciting. I'm so glad she's considering coming back. Mainly because I worry about Sexy Science Hannah, and I wouldn't have to worry so much if she was in the UK, because the UK is amazing.
The Hannah of Sexy Science Roth made a little mistake. She's not moving to Wales in the UK, but to New South Wales in Australia.
That's when Games Workshop, when they get served, et Brutus. It's quicker to drive to Essex from South Wales than to North Wales. Yes, that is true. It is quite a bit newer. It is a newer South Wales. She's moving to New South Wales to be closer to Olivia. Oh my god, I hadn't even considered that. You stop flirting with Sexy Science Hannah, Olivia. Stop flirting with Sexy Science Hannah. That's a really nice one as well. Look at the crack on that one. So that one just needs to be sanded down and smoothed out as well. Stop it.
New South Wales is gorgeous, Hannah.
Me and Olivia will be the new Gavin and Stacey. Hannah and Olivia sitting in a tree. Kissing. First come loves, then comes marriage. Then comes Hannah sitting in a carriage. What the hell was that? Did we just have dropped frames? That was weird. Maybe it's Twitch telling me to go and make my pizza. How much are the little printers? Wow, okay. Which is what I have for 339. A clearance. It's not too bad, is it, the P1S? What's Creality like? Because I haven't emailed Creality. I might. Is it worth emailing Creality? Are they good? The A1 with the AMS has a bundle. $319. Yeah. That is pretty cool, isn't it? Without the AMS. Is that large enough? Is that a reasonable size? What's the bed on that? 256, 256, 256. That's not bad actually, is it? Yeah. Still gonna have to save up a lot. Still gonna have to save up a lot. Might throw it on a birthday list or something. The P1S is 256 all round. It's fine for everything I've been doing. Okay. So what's the difference between the P1S and the A1? Is that just quality? Is the P1S better quality? The A1 is a mini printer. Wait and see what Creality comes up with. Is it worth emailing Creality then as well? Because I've emailed Bamboo and they said if you don't hear anything within 2 weeks, then we've probably it's probably a no. Because it's not like that. The A1 isn't in like a cage or anything like that. All the other Bamboo labs I've seen are in like a cage or a box. A1 is super quality, but it's not enclosed. I don't like the bad design on the A1. It's not as supported structurally. Oh, gotcha. So it's more like a simple construction. P1S without AMS. AMS is the swapping of the filament, yeah? P1S will be faster as it's core XY instead of a bed slinger. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the time, the speed, because like this took 20 hours to print, so I'm not too worried about print times. 4-color filament prints, gotcha. Do you think the 4-color stuff is going to be useful for me? If I paint, because everything I print is probably going to be painted. Keep in mind that an FDM takes forever to print stuff, especially if you go for quality. Yeah, that's fine, I think that's fine. 20-hour little ship would take 3 days on an FDM. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, I thought FDM was fast. I thought the filament stuff was faster. Well, that would be... It would take 3 days vertically, right? But you wouldn't print it vertically, would you? You'd print it like that. Depends on what you're doing. Resin is faster, especially if you have a full plate. Well, yeah, I mean, full plate versus like printing it individually on anything is going to be faster. But what do you think, Spike? What have you found? Because you print a lot of terrain as well, don't you? I know you've said that like your cases and things have been like printing for days sometimes, haven't you? I've printed Star Wars Armada that print with a 0.06 layer height and slow speed, but I can still bang out a bunch of ships in a few hours. They're not as big as what you've been doing. The more you add on the plate on the FDM, the longer the print will take. It will be faster to print a small footprint for it. Yeah, because it has to go over each side. It's got to kind of like go over and do a layer on every one. Take time mostly from there being so many different parts. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. So like printing some of the Battlefleet Gothic terrain, I don't think would be too bad. I'll email Creality. I'll email Creality because I haven't emailed Creality yet. But I print slower than average because, as I said, I print slower than average as well. Like this ship for anybody else with a resin printer would probably be printed in, I don't know, 10 hours. I'm literally half as slow. Because, like I said in my video as well, I hate painting 3D prints unless they're good quality, because it's just not enjoyable. So I push the quality. Found it interesting as well that there was a video that I saw about printing on filament stuff, and they had another box. They printed the thing that they wanted in the middle of the bed, and then they had a little box over on the corner that was the same height. So every time it would do a layer, it would then go over to the box and do a layer, and then by the time it had come back, that layer before it had kind of cooled sufficiently or something, and that kind of helped increase the detail as well. So it's not kind of squashing on top of a not dried layer sort of thing. Whether that is beneficial or not, I don't know, but I thought that was quite interesting. But that feels like because you can do a light off delay on the resin. So obviously when the resin is pushing into the vat, or when the print is pushing into the vat against all the resin, there's obviously pushback against the resin. So when it gets down to the bottom, sometimes it's not quite met the bottom. So if you cure it too quickly, it doesn't cure it because it hasn't met the bottom because it's still pushing against the resin. So on a resin 3D printer you can do a light off delay. So once it gets down to what it thinks is the bottom, it then waits for, mine's set for 2 seconds, so every time I print I get an extra 2 seconds on top of the print time, because I wait for 2 seconds for everything to kind of settle down at the bottom of the print and for the print to actually meet the bottom, and then it prints. So that sounds like something similar on the FDM, but for a different reason. A core XY for the crazy acceleration. What's a core XY? Is that where it does the filament moves and the bed moves, so you can kind of get to areas quicker? Look at Maker's World, which is the official Bamboo Maker site for what models people are pushing out of their printers. Thank you. I don't need ABS or some other annoying filament. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'll need the multicolour. I think I just want to print stuff and then I can kind of clean it up and paint it. Like, all the terrain and everything needs painting anyway, so I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of things that would need multicolour stuff and I'm not sure I can think of any. You don't need it, but you'll end up wanting it later, trust me. Yeah. Yeah. How much is it separate? Gifts for your friends and family. Yeah. Because I was thinking, like, as soon as I kind of got hold of one, I could print stuff for my dad all over the place, kind of things. But in the case you don't benefit from the bundle pricing, you can still add the AMS later. Yeah. The P and H series can add them after. Yes. Oh, so the A1 you have to grab it with the bundle. To connect the A1 printer to the AMS, you need an AMS hub. Accessory is needed. Okay. I mean, it's still a lot of money. It's still a lot of money. I wish they'd have replied to the sponsorship email, but sadly, I am not. I'd say a P2S for you, basically, Chris, is what you're looking for. What's a P2S then? Printers. P series, P2S. Fucking hell. So why the P2S? Is it got a larger print bed as well? Oh no, it's got the same print bed. Cold air cooling. So this is going to be better quality, isn't it? I'm going to get better quality off this. Options to expand into multicolour, enclosed with filters if you're running it non-stop, and easy to run. Okay. Yeah, it is going to be running non-stop. It would absolutely be running non-stop. Because there's not as much cleanup as the resin. I mean, the resin printer fucking nearly runs non-stop. And that has cleanup in between every single print, whereas this doesn't have any cleanup, does it? You just kind of snap it off the base, reset the printer and go again. Yeah, and that's not clean up on the model. That's not clean up on the printer at all, is it? Like, clean up on the resin printer, you need to clean the plate. You need to let the plate dry if you put it in the cleaning fluid or whatever, and yeah, clean the vat, prep the vat. Options to expand into multicolour, enclosed with filters if you are running it non-stop. Once it finishes the print, I wait a few minutes for the bed to cool down a bit so the plastic filament model sets on the base. Then it's good to paint in minutes. Perfect, yeah. Nice one, Spike. So the P2S. And the P2S, I can add the AMS thing after. So I could get the P2S. Oh, it's 470. Why is that not on offer? Why is the P2S not on offer? Have like an ITER cabinet for my Ender 3v2 and then A1 fits there, but there's no room for the AMS. Yeah, I think you'd love an A1, wouldn't you, Perps? The P1S is being discontinued. Oh, is that why it's on offer? So what's the P? So the P1S combo is the same price as the P2S base. Yeah, P2S isn't on off. Isn't on sale, which is disappointing. Because on sale, that would probably be quite well, I say quite manageable. Anybody? Does anybody want a commission? Does anybody want a commission so I can buy a 3D printer? Thank you. Anybody? Anybody? The P1 will have 5 more years of software support, and then they've said it will be bye-bye. Yeah, 5 years is still pretty good, isn't it? At that point, you just buy another printer, buy the next printer. I mean, I've had my Saturn for 4 years now. That's still going strong. I need to grab those. I need to grab those rescale Scorpions. Bloody hell, rescale. Making me sign up to Patreon for 2 models. Scorpions and the skeletons with the shields are so cool. I'll probably grab a dragon or 2 while I've got the discount code, the Patreon discount code for the My Mini Factory stuff. Right, I'm going to go and make my pizza if that's all right with everybody. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll do a Thursday stream. I would love to build a Night Lord and paint a Night Lord just to kind of try. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, to be honest. That does look better. That does look better. Now I've kind of smoothed out all the hand sculpted feel of it. I don't think that looks too bad actually. So I'm going to go and do all of that. Do all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one's not 1. So 7. There should be 3 more heads somewhere. Don't know where the other heads are. I'll find them. Right, thanks very much for the chit chat, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was all right. Chris has lost his head. I've lost 3 heads. I've lost 3 heads somehow. Oh, Natalie's on. Do we want to go and say hello to Natalie, or do we want to raid studio? Do we want to say hello?
Wonderful! Bravo! I love
Oh,
that.
thanks, Spike.
Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!
Raid studio. I'll raid studio. He's just got back from Adepticon, hasn't he? Thanks very much, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for that. Yeah, have a fantastic evening. He did get a commended pin. I sent him a message and said crats. See you later, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.